The patient turned out to be her ex-boyfriend, Benjamin. It wasn't until a colleague spoke up to remind her that Alice finally began the surgery, only because a few years ago, the two of them had been a model couple. Alice didn't hesitate to give up her opportunity to study abroad just to be with Benjamin. But on that day, Benjamin had just scraped together enough money to buy Alice a ring when Alice's father came and ordered him to break up with her. After Benjamin learned the reason Alice didn't go abroad, he felt that he was the one holding her back. So he agreed to her father's demand. On Alice's birthday, just after Benjamin put the ring on her finger, he told her he had fallen for another woman. Alice thought Benjamin was joking, but Benjamin said his friends all believed that Alice wasn't good enough for him. This made Alice feel that Benjamin didn't deserve everything she had given. What she didn't know was that after she left, Benjamin cried as he picked up the ring. 6 years later, Alice became a well-known doctor, but she never expected Benjamin to become her patient. After the surgery ended, a colleague warned Alice not to offend Benjamin, but Alice didn't take it seriously. However, the colleague said Benjamin was now a gang leader and often sent people to go see the sharks. The shock made Alice feel a little dizzy. At that moment, Jessica came to ask the doctor how Benjamin was doing. The colleague told her that Alice had successfully completed Benjamin's surgery. Unexpectedly, when Jessica heard Alice's name, she asked if she was Benjamin's ex-girlfriend. Alice had no choice but to admit it. But Jessica told her that Benjamin didn't allow anyone to say her name. Alice mistakenly believed that Benjamin did this because he hated her. Jessica warned Alice not to even think about getting back together with Benjamin. Alice asked Jessica what right she had to control her. Jessica said that she was Benjamin's wife. Alice was instantly stunned, but Jessica also said that she had already given birth to 3 children for Benjamin. So Alice assumed that the woman Benjamin fell for back then was Jessica. The next day, Alice went to check on Benjamin only to see Benjamin having a nightmare. She couldn't help wiping the sweat from Benjamin's forehead, but Benjamin grabbed her hand. Alice hurriedly ran away so she didn't hear Benjamin calling out her name. As soon as Alice left the ward, Jessica warned her not to try to seduce Benjamin. Alice bluntly said she didn't like other people's husbands. The noise woke Benjamin up. He recalled seeing during the surgery that the doctor looked a lot like Alice. So he ignored Jessica's objections and went to the doctor's office. At that time, Alice was just about to get off work and go home. Benjamin rushed to stop the elevator and asked Alice if she had missed him. Alice sneered that she wasn't good enough for Benjamin. Benjamin could tell that Alice still loved him, but Alice stubbornly refused to admit it. So Benjamin had no choice but to punish her with a kiss. Alice angrily scolded Benjamin for trying to tempt her again, just as Mike arrived to pick Alice up from work. Seeing this, Benjamin mistakenly thought that Mike was Alice's boyfriend. In reality, Alice had long rejected Mike's advances. Benjamin investigated and found out that Mike was someone pursuing Alice. So he ordered his men to drive Mike out of the city. Jessica thought that Benjamin was going to drive Alice away and couldn't help laughing. Seeing this, Benjamin found Jessica's voice annoying and insisted on sending Jessica away. Benjamin wanted to find Alice and continue kissing her, but saw that Alice was so exhausted she had fallen asleep. He draped a coat over Alice and poured her a full glass of water. After Alice woke up, she didn't think much of it. A nurse told her she needed to change Benjamin's dressing today, but as soon as Alice entered the ward, she saw Jessica feeding Benjamin fruit. Benjamin immediately told Jessica to leave. Jessica had no choice but to vent her anger at Alice, telling her not to seduce Benjamin while changing his dressing. Alice couldn't be bothered with her, but Benjamin pretended to be in great pain, causing Alice to knock over the medicine. Benjamin quickly kissed her fingers to comfort her. Alice hurriedly pulled her hand away, saying the two of them shouldn't be this intimate, but Benjamin continued to put a bandage on Alice. Alice continued changing Benjamin's dressing when it suddenly started raining outside. Back then, Alice loved playing in the rain the most, and Benjamin would carry an umbrella to carry her back home. Now that Alice finished changing the dressing, she hurriedly prepared to leave. Benjamin told Alice that he would help her solve her problems, but Alice said that her hardest days were already over. When Jessica heard the sounds coming from the ward, she demanded that Alice explain what she had just done. Alice bluntly said she didn't need to report to Jessica, but Jessica noticed the bandage and mistakenly thought Alice had hurt herself on purpose to gain Benjamin's sympathy. As a result, Jessica decided to teach Alice a lesson. She ordered her subordinates to come see her in secret. Meanwhile, Benjamin went downstairs with his men to clear his head. As soon as Alice entered her office, Jessica barged in. She ordered her men to strip Alice of her clothes. The patients all whispered that Alice must have done something bad. Her colleagues wanted to call the police, but Jessica threatened them, saying Benjamin would retaliate against anyone who called the police, so no one dared to resist anymore. At this moment, Benjamin realized that Jessica hadn't shown up today. Sensing something was wrong, he rushed back to the ward. Benjamin immediately ordered the doctors to treat Alice. Jessica clung to Benjamin, asking for praise, saying she had gotten rid of the Alice he hated. But Benjamin told Jessica to shut up, saying that Alice was his true love.